November 30th, December 1st, it's a little bit cold. Wednesday and Thursday, the sun is in Sagittarius and the moon is in Pisces, and they're 90 degrees apart. I'm going to just say something that's dangerous about this combination. Sag exaggerates. They tell stories and embellish things. They love when life has humor. They'll do anything to create the humor, and Moon and Pisces can't remember details. So they just add to the exaggeration. Before you know it, they've got themselves spinning a story and losing focus on reality. Because the sun is in Sag, squaring the moon in Pisces, and then the sun in Sag is opposite that Mars in Gemini, there's that T-square. At the highest level, these people create stories and weave us into another world of poetry, of filmmaking, of creativity. They have this incredible open-mindedness. Mark Twain was born with this. Such a brilliant mind. That's the upside of Sag and Pisces. But at the downside is, and we all know these people, where they tell you a story and you're like, I was standing right next to you and that's not what happened. But they embellish because they have the poetic license to feel permission to make this life much more colorful. Except reality has a really good value, said someone who doesn't have moon in Pisces and sun in Sag. So you might be the friend who listens to your person tell stories and exaggerate, and you want to encourage it, but you want to whisper to them, can we just come back to what actually happened? Because I was there. And that person, if you're watching this, you can say, you know, I do exaggerate and I do embellish and I do like to drink a little more, get a little high because this reality hurts me, said the moon in Pisces. But if you can admit that and take your Sag into honesty and say, yes, I do have a tendency to make things up. I find this life a little boring. You become our voice of honesty. And that's the point. Mark Twain, one of my favorite lines that I learned is after writing a letter, he would say, this would have been a lot shorter if I had more time. Because when they embellish the Sag and the Pisces, they create alternate worlds, and then you want to just distill it into truth. I'm one of those people that believes the truth always wins. And as long as I can stay in reality, which is not easy for Sag Pisces, it makes this place much more authentic. And that's what the astrologer is for, to help you be real, to learn about what your chart is vulnerable to, and see if you can speak to it. Astrology Answers wanted me to tell you, the Sagittarian Pisces, with all of this squaring Neptune and Moon in Pisces is there, squaring Moon in Gemini, it's a lot of talking. And then the reality is, what's the bottom note? I want you to learn astrology so you can find compassion. That was Moon in Pisces Live Time, brought to you by Deborah Silverman.